Okay. Sorry if this one's a little backwards, but I have it on the table and it's just giving me fits when it's upright. It's so hot in here. Okay. So, this is a late one because this dealt with, it's still kind of just seeing my head, but that's okay. It's better than it was. Yesterday. Yesterday, as we all know, was Friday the 13th. The dreaded Friday the 13th. We was also dealing with the retrograde. We was also getting close to the Scorpio full moon. And things just was a fuckery today, yesterday. I mean, like, Murphy's Law fuckery. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it didn't click on me until, that was so good. Till later on. And I'm like, okay, what is going on with this energy? And I'm like, oh man. That's a freaking Mercury retrograde. Friday the 13th. What could go wrong did go wrong. Electronics messing up. Phone messing up. Other people's systems messing up because I had to pay half of my puppy dog's ticket. Thought I could just, use my card. Wouldn't have to pull any money out. Because if you pull money out, you are charged $3. So yeah, there was that. And then, if that was enough, so I knew that I had money left over, so I got dog food, coffee, and milk from Dollar Store through the DoorDash. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm hungry. Haven't had anything to eat all day. It was like 11 something. Was up ever since 9. And so I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I ordered from McDonald's. Not taking consideration about Murphy's Law on Friday the 13th and the retrograde. So I was like, okay, let's do this. So I ordered a 20-piece chicken nugget to share with him because he's my big baby, he's my road dog, and I always share my food with him. Because here lately, with this heat, I just don't really feel like eating much. Because it deals somewhat with cooking, and it is extremely hot in that kitchen. Even with everything off, it is still freaking burning up. And I was like, okay, so 20-piece chicken nugget, and I wanted a French vanilla iced coffee. And so it took about already an hour to do that, to get both of them. And she goes, so my DoorDash person goes and gets food, and lo and behold, I get a call. Hey, they're not showing it in their system that you ordered this. What? Are you kidding me? She's like, no. They're saying that it's not showing on their screen that you ordered anything. I was like, it shows it on my phone. She's like, and it shows it on my phone too. And I'm like, She's like, so what should we do? I was like, I'll just cancel it, and or you can, and then I'll just reorder it. She's like, okay. So we did that, and I reordered it, and then when she was at my house with stuff, and bless her heart, she had her baby with her. It finally went through again, and she's like, oh yeah, that one's yours. I was like, okay. She goes, I'll be right back, and I'll go get your food and be right back. I was like, okay. And it finally went through. Alright, so. Oh. So, like I was saying the first time, it was with the police department. My car didn't go through. And I was like, so I had to walk, and this was in the heat, by the way. I mean, it was cool because it had a breeze, and it was maybe 70 degrees, 66, something like that. And so I had to walk to the bank and walk back. So, like, what it just costed me $100. Costed me $103. I was like, oh my gosh. So I got that taken care of. And I was like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, so after I ordered that, I knew that I needed batteries for the remote. I knew that I needed some other things, so I had ordered that from, I think it was CVS. And it said that there was a problem with my card. And I'm like, oh no, I know I didn't spend all that money. So, later on, I was like, okay, I'm going to call my card and see how much is on it. $57. So that should have went through because that was only like 30 something. I'm like, all right. So, third time, I wanted Wendy's. I ordered it from Wendy's. It didn't say it was closed or anything like that. They canceled my order. Why? I don't know. I'm like, fuck. I really wanted Wendy's because they got like the best burgers and fries. And I really wanted the cheese fries, but that didn't happen. So I was like, okay, I'll just order it through Pizza Hut. So I ordered a 2-liter of Mountain Dew because they only had Pepsi and Mountain Dew. Ask me why. So I ordered that, and then I got the 8-piece bone out teriyaki. So it's like, okay. So I'm waiting on that, thinking it'll come in a freaking bag. No, fucking Pizza Hut sucks. And instead of a 2-liter, I got 2 20 ounces of Mountain Dew. And my chicken was naked. Was not happy. I was like, this is fucked up. This is really fucked up. This is my cold brew. I got it today. And I was like, so I'm like, oh, this retrograde, it's fucking messing with me big time. And it's not just the retrograde, it's the Friday the 13th. And I was like, why, oh why, oh why, why, oh why, why? So, yep. But I did get something accomplished, and I'm proud of that. I set up I did what I was set out to do when I had put it in my mind that I was thinking I was going to get, you know, money on my child support on the 15th. No, it came on the 13th. And, you know, before that, I had it in my mind, once I get my child support, I was going to pay half of his bill and see if I could pay, like, the rest that following month. Because I know it's only $2 something. And so I did that. So I'm proud of that. Even though I had to walk to the bank and pull out the money, I still got that done. So that's like a weight off of my shoulders. And so yeah, there's that. And then I was like, okay. And I got, you know, the dog food that he needed. He really needed. And we didn't have any problems with freaking it registering on Dollar General. It was just McDonald's, and they was throwing a fit and being pissy that day. And I'm like, dude, these people don't want to fucking mess with me today. It is a retrograde, and it's messing with my energy because I'm just not into it. So there's that. And on top of that, again, I'm trying to get my W-2 so I can, you know, have it. So, like, if I just want to move somewhere, I'll have that money, right? Even though I know that they're going to penalize me for it. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. Really, I am. As long as I have some money, I can do that. But, now with that being said, the one that's closest to me, that's on this side, and not over here, they're like, I don't know how to go about doing that. You would have to call Crystal, and I don't have Crystal's number. Really, you don't have Crystal's number. So, yeah, there's that. That didn't happen. I'm just like, yesterday just wiped me. And then on top of that, my dear sweet friend last night messaged me and she's like, are you up? I was like, yep. She's like, do you have Band-Aid or super glue that I can use? And I'm like, well, let me check. And thank goodness I had Band-Aids. I was thinking that she had freaking cut her finger that deep with a knife. And not just any knife, a very sharp knife. And I'm like, okay. So I go in and I help her, and she is unwrapping her finger. And I look, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Rita. I said, you really did a number on your finger. I said, I don't really think that these Band-Aids are going to work. She's like, I know, I need super glue. I said, no, you need to go to the freaking ER and get stitches. That's how, and the fact that it, even though it was done with metal and it was clean, you might need a tetanus shot, and you definitely need stitches. I don't think those Band-Aids are going to last. I don't think they're going to stay. She's like, I really don't want to go to the ER. And I'm like, baby, I know you don't want to go to the ER, but you really need to go to the ER. So there was that. And I gave her a hug and I said, I love you. And I was like, let me know if you end up going to the ER because I'm worried about you. And the funny thing is she was cutting an avocado. So yeah. And yeah, it's really, really bad. And then, so last night I had the door open, the back door open, to let some air in here. Thinking, okay, last time I did this, he didn't try anything. Yeah, okay, whatever. Well, he tried, but he got caught, and he couldn't jump the fence like he usually does. So, yeah, he came back in and he pouted. And this crazy dog knew that same day he saw the dog Popo. Did not like the dog Popo. But he's not getting it through his little head that you're not going to get in trouble if you're on a freaking leash. It is when you decide to jump the fence and go out a sundering. Ugh. And then on top of that, before that ever happened, this freaking dog decides he's going to assert his dominance on me and start humping my leg. I pulled his ass off, and I was like, excuse the fuck out of me? But no, sir, not happening. You are not going to assert your dominance on me. And then, like, right after that, he decides that he's going to hump the blanket. And I'm like, you are asserting your dominance over a blanket, dude. Okay? That's a blanket. You lay on that blanket. We cover with that blanket. Ugh. But yeah. There was that. And like, and this is so funny. So we was out on our walk. And I hate walking at night because this place is creepy. It's the creepiest at night. And I usually love the night, but here I don't like it. It has a very thick aura to it. And I'm like, okay, let's see here. So I'm like, all right. This guy comes and he's hollering at his dog, Cujo. And I'm thinking this is a big dog because, okay, what automatically comes to mind when somebody says Cujo is the freaking Stephen King movie that deals with a possessed dog or a demon dog or whatever you call it. I do believe the dog is a Saint Bernard. It's either a Rottie or a Saint Bernard. I would have to look it up. So, and lo and behold, here's this little freaking Chihuahua. A mini Chihuahua. That is prancing along, being ballsy with my dog, smelling and whatnot, which Apollo did really good because he really does not like Chihuahuas, so he did really good. I'm proud of him on that. But I look at this dog and I had to laugh. I'm like, you do realize you named your dog after a movie that had a big dog in it? And he kind of just went on his way, and I just shook my head. And then I got back in, and I had to tell my daughter and Nick about this incident. Had to tell her this. And we both freaking laughed our asses off. Like, you wouldn't believe we laughed. I was like, okay, so I have something to tell you. So I was walking Apollo, and this guy is searching for his dog. And he's calling out Cujo. I said, so I'm thinking this is a big dog. Because Cujo was a big dog. He was not no little freaking ankle biter. And I said, lo and behold, here's this little